Hey guys, this is the XRP Cowboy, part two from part one, and the short clip from part one, the Bearable Bull. We're gonna throw a digital asset investor in this, Moon Lambo, Jim Cramer, Brian Brooks, Chief Comp Controller. But here's the thing, you know, what Moon Lambo was saying was it was correct. And like I said, I'm not giving disrespect to anybody. In fact, I'm supporting them. I consider them brothers, because I listen to them every day. But the point is we're already at that point where the supply is going up and down with ODL because such a small percentage of retail investors. Think about this. 70,000 people, and I know it's not everyone, not nearly everyone, signed on to this John Deaton lawsuit. And they are, it's ultimately 70,000. And, I believe the average holder owns between 1,000 and 5,000 XRPs. That's just numbers that have been thrown around. I don't know, don't hold me to it, but I mean, it's not that many. And I know not everyone signed up, but point is we're already at that. And in Brad Kimes, we mentioned how he believes it's ODL. I do too. There's this price is being manipulated. Brad Garlinghouse admitted that he's being a market maker with the distribution of the tokens every month, which implies manipulation. But because he's being clear, giving clarity, it's a little different. It's weird, gray area, but the point is not only do we have people that are holding, the more utility comes into play, the more people are going to invest in it. And the more the price goes up, the more people are going to be buying it and holding it, which takes supply off, which we don't have enough of. Yes, as the price goes up, it will feel like, well, we don't need as many coins to make a transaction. However, it's going up not because of the transactions by themselves, which by themselves that will happen because the sell is delayed, but more importantly because it's going up because circulating supply is being removed from the market. Point is, the higher the utility, the less supply. It's that simple. Just like Apple stock. The bigger the company gets, like Brian Brooks said, the better the utility, the more the use case, the more the price will go up. And that's directly correlated with the tokens being taken off the market. And we're not even talking about derivatives. We're not talking about tokenized houses. You buy $100,000 house or $1 million house and it's tokenized. That's off the market until that house sells. And they're talking about debt. Debt is where the real money is for us. This is why it's impossible for someone to put a dollar amount price on XRP. It would be ridiculous and irresponsible to. But what I will say is, and we've said this before, everyone's situation is different. What I would recommend is after XRP goes to $4, take 5% off no matter what you hold and do something nice for you and your lady or your family. And depending on your bag size, that could just mean dinner. That could be like Happy Meals for fucking everybody. I don't care. That could be a vacation, depending on what you hold. And then, my thought is once you can use 50% of what's left to pay off everything you own, and if you don't own a house, a modest home, that's when you sell half of it. We're talking about being responsible. And as far as the rest of it, let that accumulate your generational wealth. Because the truth is, for most holders, based on what they have, that could be a wait. It's 2 years, maybe it's 5 years, maybe it's more. I don't know. Once again, it could happen overnight. And we're hoping for that. But what I do know is sometimes taking profits and doing something nice for the people you care about is more valuable. And if XRP is going to go to where you want it to, or where your exit is at the end game, you're not going to miss that 5%. And as far as that 50%, that's a high quality problem. The 50% remaining that you sell to pay off everything you own, including a small house, that's a high quality problem when you have those stresses out of your life and you're like, damn, I shouldn't have sold this early. because you don't know what you don't know. We've been there before. We've been at $4. We've been at $2. We've been at $1. We've been at 17 cents after $4. The market's a funny place. Just know that. I do believe the controllers of the world, we're not talking about the banks, we're talking about the people that own the banks, control the banks, the central banks that no one knows who they are, supposedly. They are bigger than government. And if they didn't want this government regulatory agency, the SEC, to put this lawsuit on us, it wouldn't have happened. And, I was watching Digital Asset Investor, and there's a reason for it. They win with this. It's the banker's coin. Brad Garlinghouse, quote, "We're in bed with the man, the banks." He said the other day in a video, and I commented it on his video, he's like, we've been being held up by all this SEC shit. Well, I have a different argument. Government is very slow with regulations. It takes years. We may not see regulations for 2 more years. Maybe a year, maybe 3 years. It's slow. But the point is I believe the powers that be, they're setting us free. This lawsuit we will see was a gift. Beautiful gift. Because it gives us regulative clarity before regulations. And this is what Hopkinson, so whatever the fuck Chris's name, Charles, is from ADA, this is why he was worried about a settlement. Because I have this weird impression, if you did ICO, you're going to get destroyed, and most tokens did. And they say 90% go away. A lot of those tokens are Ethereum. I'm not saying Ethereum's going anywhere, but I think it's going to take a hit, especially when we're the first major crypto with regulative clarity and utility. Everyone else is going to be on watch. And the big money doesn't like uncertainty. The who's next. And guess what that means? All money's going to flow into what's been held back, the greatest reward without risk, and that's XRP. Another thing is if they get that clarity, people can invest in that, and that's also going to move the price. We talked about that. The more utility it has, the higher the price is going to go up, the more coins are going to be taken off the market. You're going to have institutions using it for, or banks for ODL, trying to get it at a lower price, sell it later to make money for ODL. And then you're going to have investors. And we're going to be not their exit liquidity, but their ODL liquidity, because the price is going to keep going up and they're going to need our money. But it can only go up if circulating supply is removed. So we all win. It's perfect. Now there is this thought about maybe it's the old guard. This is my concern versus the new. The old guard that's fighting the new. And that is possible. Light versus dark. But I'm not, definition of being a conspiracy theorist is just finding patterns, but the world doesn't always work in methodical patterns, and that's where our fault is, our weakness. Meaning just because something happened, 10 times in a row, it doesn't mean it's going to happen that way today. Like 2 court cases, that are very, identical. It just doesn't mean the outcome's going to be the same. Maybe, the defense coughs a couple too many times or smells like cigarettes or alcohol. You don't know. There's variables that can't be measured. As well as you're searching for your narrative. That is the problem with being somebody that has these, conspiracy theories. But they are correct sometimes. It doesn't mean you're crazy. It just means you're aware and you're using your mind. I'll take imagination over knowledge any day. That was a quote from Einstein. But I'll tell you what, we all have the vision. To have a vision is to be a creator of things, to be an entrepreneur, to be a visionary. It's to be God in your industry. It's a creator of things. And that gives the people something to do of purpose. okay? You know, there would have never been any great creation by any brilliant mind if they didn't have a creative mind. It's the idea that allows the man of knowledge or the woman of knowledge or the people of knowledge to do something. It always follows the creator. So I ask you, are you a person of purpose? Or are you the god of things? Well, you're in this space. So I know the answer. Please like, subscribe. Cowboy baby. You know what helps the channel? And just know, you're buying time. These are time coins. We inherited debt the day we were born. And until we pay it back, we are not truly free. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes people till they're 65 and they're still working for the man to pay that debt back. But we know something they don't. Across the town, the young girl plays guitar. In a government yard, she whispers from afar. Baby, you cry too much. I'm tired of your sound. You're such a baby. If I set it off, sacrificed my sins, everybody wants to know the hows, the whens, the whys, and how I said goodbye. Ooh, baby, don't forget the alcohol. Ooh, baby, you walked in just like smoke with a little come on, come on, come on. And you walk, you come on. I've been waiting. Are you waiting for my move? Well, I'm making it. So let me see you shake it. If I can move it with you, will you let me take it? I'd be down on my knees screaming, take me, baby.